Well, hello, everybody. My name is Marci Steiner, and I'm really excited to be with you this evening to explore an amazing business opportunity in the health and wellness space. And I'm zooming in with you just north of Washington, D.C. Myself, I'm a little excited to tell you the truth, and it's been 8.5 years since I first saw the information that we're going to explore tonight. So, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story later, but I want to go back in time. This was one of the first things that I saw, what I'm going to share with you right now, when I was taking a look at this business. It's an ABC News primetime investigative report done with John Quinones. I'm going to share my screen. Oops, hold on one second. It is very antiquated. It's certainly not our marketing material, but I love to share it because it's just the beginning of the history of this company. So as you're watching it, it's probably going to be the first time you've ever seen something like this, just 3 minutes. I want you to ask yourself, who besides yourself needs to know about this information? It's going to blow your mind. I mean, seriously, it's not something that I had ever heard of, and I had been in the nutrition space. So just 3 minutes, and then I'm going to bring you up to speed because a lot has happened, a lot has transpired since we watched this
ABC
clip.
primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm it.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. Taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease.
yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression. But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
Yeah, me neither. Um, so I want to start, but just making sure that we're clear. I don't know if you had ever heard of that term oxidative stress before. I had not, but I want to make sure we have the same definition or understanding about what oxidative stress is and what Protandim, our flagship product, does in the body. And then a lot has happened since then. So at a high level, I'm going to bring you up to speed in terms of where our company's evolved to now, and we'll explore different components of this opportunity. All right, so I taken a deep breath. Taking a deep breath with me. It's crazy in the world right now, right? So just breathe in, breathe out. It feels so good, but we just got oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is damage to the cells of our body. It's normal cells that mutate, that change into abnormal cells, and it happens literally from breathing air. Like if you cut an apple or an avocado in half, you put it on a plate, you stick it out on the kitchen counter, you know how it turns brown? That same process, that rusting process, is happening inside of us. And a lot of other things cause it, like chemicals in the water. Oops. Chemicals in the water and preservatives in our food, and we're breathing in pollution. We're picking up the cell phone, right? We're putting it to our head. I didn't even plan that. We've got Wi-Fi bombarding us, electromagnetic frequencies like changing us that we can't even see. We are literally on fire with free radicals. We have 300 septillion free radicals attacking us every day. That's a lot. I looked up the number. It's a 3 with 24 zeros. So basically, oxidative stress is linked to everything we never want to experience, including that aging process, right? Just plain old aging, or anyone we love to experience. So what have we been doing to combat this free radical damage? The answer so far has been antioxidants, supplements. Everybody's been drinking their vitamin C. They're drinking their vitamin C juices, right? And we're eating our blueberries and our goji berries and our camu berries and our acai berries, our green smoothies. We're doing everything we can. But I got to tell you, the problem is that those are direct antioxidants, meaning one blueberry can neutralize or gobble up one of those free radicals, and then it dies off. So how many blueberries would we have to eat? We'd be eating blueberries all day long. So what Dr. McCord was able to do was very significant. He found a way to take these 5 plant ingredients and stick them in a specific ratio, like a recipe. And there were a few other guys involved in this process at the beginning that sought out Dr. McCord, but he was the one that narrowed it to the 5. And this took decades, by the way, to get to the exact right recipe, because when he hit that exact right recipe of these 5 plants, something ended up happening in the body that had never happened before. He activated a protein messenger called NRF2, NRF number 2. Now notice I did not say supplement. I said activate. Almost like going over to the light switch and flipping the switch and then the lights come on. Well, when you activate NRF2, it in turn upregulates hundreds and hundreds of survival genes in your body, get turned on. It downregulates fibrosis genes. So inflammatory genes, it's like taking the dimmer switches and turning it down. And the other amazing thing that happens when you activate NRF2 is that your own body's cells become like, every cell becomes like a manufacturing plant. Your body starts to make its own antioxidant enzymes like catalase and superoxide dismutase and glutathione. Your body's making its own antioxidants, which puts you in a position where you can now neutralize free radicals, not at a 1-to-1 ratio like with a blueberry, but at 1,000,000 to 1. Dr. McCord says up to 1,000,000 to 1 per second every second. That'll blow your mind. Did you see what happened with John Quinones, the reporter, how his oxidative stress came down 45% in 14 days? The very first independent human study that was done on Protandim puts us as a company in a position where we can make a legal claim that no one else in the world can make, which when you're in a position you can make a claim as a business owner that no one else can, that's a pretty awesome position to be in. And that is that taking Protandim, NRF2 activator, reduces the oxidative stress in your body by an average of 40% in 30 days. So based on what I'm telling you in terms of what oxidative stress is and what Protandim NRF2 activator does in your body, who do you think could use a product like this? I hope you're thinking everybody. Although when I first looked at this, I was not. I was thinking about specific niche markets. Like I was thinking about athletes and I was thinking about elderly people. And then I realized, you know what? When you cut that apple in half, it doesn't matter if it's a pink lady or a red delicious or a Granny Smith, it's going to turn brown. It doesn't matter what color skin we have, it doesn't matter. If we're a mammal, we are breaking down. So the answer to who could use this is everybody. And I hope that's a big enough target market for you guys. So I want to bring you up to speed because, as I mentioned, that is so old, that clip. It's just the beginning. But here's what's happened. At the original clip, it said at the end, for more information, go to abcnews.com. Everybody did. They start emailing, calling. $5 million of orders came in our stock. We're a publicly traded company. And I love that we're publicly traded because there's complete transparency. We don't have to guess what's going on behind closed doors. But the stock value at the time went from $1 to $20 overnight, just on speculation about what was going to happen in people's bodies. But we had no infrastructure. We had nobody there to pick up the phone, take the orders. We ran out of product. It was a mess. But the amazing thing that happened was all these other researchers and scientists from Harvard, Virginia Commonwealth, Colorado, Michigan, Vanderbilt, Ohio, called up Dr. McCord and said, listen, if we can get our hands on your product, we want to start initiating and funding our own studies on this. So that's kind of a crazy part of the story too, to me, because usually when companies are pioneering something or they're bringing a new product to market and they're doing research, they're doing their own research. They're paying for it and they can make it look any way they want. But we know so far that there's been 50 independent, at least 50 independent research studies that have already been initiated on Protandim. And 28 of them are now published at the National Institute of Health's Library of Medicine. So I'm not saying that our product cures or heals or treats or mitigates any condition, but if you're like me, I was kind of wondering like, hey, I wonder what this oxidative stress is really linked to. You can go to pubmed.gov, pubmed.gov, and type in oxidative stress and anything you want to research, and you'll find over 243,000 studies there. That's a lot of studies linking oxidative stress to a lot of breakdowns in the body. And then you can type in Protandim, pro like something good for you, tandem because the ingredients work together in synergy, Protandim, like dim the lights, and you're going to see the peer reviews. There are research that is done on coronary artery disease, scar tissue going on in the body and the veins. So incredible, these findings that even the American Heart Association, that's never endorsed a supplement before, was so blown away by this research. They published a huge article in their magazine, Circulation Magazine, endorsing Protandim, went out to all the American Heart Association members. The government has gotten involved and done studies. The National Institute on Aging published one of the more recent studies saying Protandim was the only natural substance they could prove extends life, was 7% in the male mice. So any one of these, I mean, it's just mind-boggling. But we have a lot, and they're not us doing the research. They're independent research. There's independent studies. But let me get back to the story. So we had great stories and studies, but we didn't really have the infrastructure. We were never set up to be an online marketing company. And the board of directors at Lifevantage, our company, said, let's take the product and stick it in retail stores. It sat on the shelves of the GNCs, CVS's, vitamin stores, apothecaries, all across the country for 4 years. But here's the problem. There was no nutrigenomic shelf, nutrition that activates your genes. There was no biohacking shelf when we're in the middle of being hijacked here. Everybody's like wanting to look for a way to tap into our biology and have some kind of control over the direction of our health. Instead, we're just kind of feeling so out of control. There was no shelf for this. So you know where Protandim sat? It sat with the antioxidants, and even the pharmacists couldn't explain what this was. So as a result, it only sold an average of a half a bottle per store per month, and this went on for 4 years until finally the board of directors at Lifevantage was so frustrated. They called in this consultant, and the guy comes in, he looks at the news clip, he looked at all the peer-reviewed research, and he says, your hands are on a market disruptor. What do I mean by that? I mean, when you've got a new product or a technology that enters in the space and it turns the whole industry upside down on its forehead. That's what Uber and Lyft has done to the taxi cab industry. That's what digital photography did to film cameras. That's what Airbnb is right now doing to the hotel industry. And you think the supplement industry is big? It's huge. And activation, nutrigenomics is disrupting it. And we are first to market. We're at the head of the whole thing. So this is what this consultant saw. He said, listen, you're pioneering something big. You've got a huge story to tell, but it's sitting on a shelf. No one's going to know. He's like, you've got to actually tell the story. And he convinced the board of directors at Lifevantage to pull it off the shelves, put it in the hands of entrepreneurs. But he said, don't necessarily get into straight sales, because a lot of business owners don't necessarily want to do that. He said, you've got to have a system for how you kind of spread the word, because really the number one driver for any consumer making a decision is word of mouth. Think about it. I don't care what kind of business owner you are. If you're a real estate agent, you're a personal trainer, you might own a restaurant, or you might even own, I mean, anything, a private school. You are hoping and praying, if you're a doctor, that your clients, your patients, your customers, your constituents are going to have a good experience with you. And then what's going to happen? They're going to tell someone else who tells someone else who tells someone else. And that is what this consultant saw. He was like, you've got to put it in the hands of entrepreneurs and someone who's never been in business before, or someone who's already been very successful in business has got to be comfortable using a simple system. So he suggested that we leverage the networks that people already have established their whole lives. You guys, we know since we're the time we're little how to share a good thing with someone. We're in the sandbox and I got blinky shoes and I tell my little, my friend, I seen little kids do this. They're like, oh, I got these at Target, right? I mean, we don't need special training to tell someone that we care about something good. And that's what this consultant said. He said, pull it out of the stores, put it in the hands of entrepreneurs. We switched the platform to network marketing, and where we were stuck in sales in 3 million. The first year we went to network marketing, 11 million in sales, 39 million the next year, 126.2 million the third year. And our company stock started trading on the NASDAQ. And now we're over 200 million, approaching $250 million. And nobody knows about this yet. This is still a huge secret. And here we are, publicly traded company, and by the way, I want to explore just some key components. The company itself, publicly traded, LFVN is the ticker. You can go and look up whatever you want to see. I just personally have some trust issues. And when I was taking a look at the business, I like that I could see what I want to see. I had been burned in the past when working with a private company I thought was financially stable, and it wasn't. So, I love that we're publicly traded, complete transparency. We're not just doing business in the United States. We've expanded all over. We're in Mexico, we're in Australia, Japan, Canada, Thailand. I can go on and on. Europe, lots of different places, which is significant because the larger we grow as a company, the more people's lives we touch and the more money we all make. There's a collaborative element to how we build our business. Now, in terms of what attracted me to the company, I have to say it was the community. I mean, it was a lot of different things. Of course, it was the money, it was a lot of things, but the culture in Lifevantage is very authentic. People here are coming from their heart. They're coming from a place of love and contribution. And our mission is really like about making people better, and in doing so, making the world a better place. That's all I wanted to do since I was little, is just try to help people, right? And so we're doing it. We're actually doing it here. So let's talk about trends, because I think if you're taking a look at a business opportunity, very important to consider trends. Health and wellness, largest economic trend in world history. Anti-aging, how many people want to slow that aging process down? I don't know many people that want to speed it up, that's for sure. We're smack dab in the middle of that anti-aging space, inside and outside the body, which I'll tell you a little bit more about soon. And then, of course, another trend is home-based business. There are a lot of people that would love to create another stream of income in their life, but they want to do it from their home, or they want to do it in the nooks and crannies of their life. We have a possible solution. I think after 2008, there were a lot of people that didn't want to put all their eggs in one basket. Lots of people looking to create multiple streams of income. So let's talk products, as we're not just a one product company. We've expanded into 6 different product markets, getting ready to launch into some others, and that's really exciting. Our products are consumable. That's important as a business owner. If you're dealing with consumable products, what that does is it takes the pressure off of having to go out and get people. Like, feeling like you have to have more people all the time. Like, that was something that doesn't really appeal to me. I want to help people and I want to show up and be there for them. But here's the thing, like, I was just taking a sip of water here with our happy juice in it. But, we value clean water, but do we need a water filter every single month? No. So our products like lower oxidative stress. I don't want to ever stop taking Protandim. My whole family uses Protandim. Like that's going to be forever. And we get paid month after month after month. Our products are the highest quality. We have BSCG approval, the Banned Substance Control Group. So even Olympic athletes are cleared to take our product. The FDA oversees everything that we do, and we exceed every expectation. So I just want you guys to feel confident that from a quality perspective, we are absolutely there. And everything we do is based on science. I want to share my screen with you again, just to quickly high level move through where we've gone to from a product standpoint. Okay, so we, hopefully you can see this. We've gone into many big, well, not many. It's actually kind of I like that we have a somewhat condensed product line. It's not like catalogs and catalogs and catalogs of products to learn, but we have expanded. So let me kind of go through them because this is, I get really excited about these products. Now, Protandim, I've said a lot about it. You guys, I want you to think about this. Our bodies are always going towards a state of healing. Every system of our body is divine, our circulatory system, our respiratory system, our immune system. But if we're under attack by free radicals, it's not functioning the same. So when you flip the switch on NRF2, it's like your body making its own antioxidants. You're like hiring an army to go after the bad guys so that your own body is just more empowered to do what it's supposed to do. And you can see along the bottom here that these are the ingredients. It's like a salad in a pill. It's not, it's just all natural product, but it's not about the ingredients like it is with most supplements. It's about the ratio. So that's what's important. And by the way, from a business perspective, we have 7 US patents on Protandim and multiple international patents. So that's important. We've also introduced 2 more Protandim products. So we have a different pathway that we activate with the NRF1 synergizer. This gives the inside of the cell more mitochondria. That's the powerhouse of the cell. So think about it. Even if you might say know how to make pancakes, right? And your kid is trying to pull on your arm like, mommy, 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 or daddy, daddy, daddy. It's like, if you could just have the mother's helper to take your kid in the other room, you could have the space to make the pancakes. That's like Nerf 2, right? We want to just take the load off so our body's more empowered. But with NRF1, we're giving more energy. Because even though we might know how to make pancakes, as a silly example, right? But we know how to do a lot of things. We have to have the energy to do it. So the NRF1 activator and the NRF2 activator work together. And then we introduced a third Protandim. This was in a way to really address the anti-aging issue. Lots of people looking to slow that aging process down on a cellular level. In fact, maybe you've heard about intermittent fasting, about fasting, dramatic caloric reduction to increase sirtuin proteins in the body to extend life. That's a very well-known technique for doing that. But what Lifevantage knows is that when we see these sirtuin proteins show up, there's a molecule there called NAD. And we, Lifevantage, found a way to activate the NAD molecule through nutrition so that without having to do the dramatic caloric reduction. How exciting is that? And by the way, this one you feel. You don't necessarily feel your oxidative stress come up or down. It's like your cholesterol, right? It goes up or down, but you don't feel it. So this one though, you do. Okay. And by the way, as your oxidative stress comes down, you probably are going to see that your life experience changes. You want to give it at least a minimum of 90 days, preferably 1 month of activating your body for every decade that you've been alive, because you didn't accumulate all this rustiness in 1 month, right? So give it some time for your oxidative stress to come down. But what happened when we introduced this Protandim NAD synergizer, and you can see the benefits here. I mean, these are crazy. You actually feel more motivated. You feel more physical energy. This helps your body deal with its inflammatory response. It supports your body. But when we introduced the Protandim NAD to the first 2 Protandim, it actually enhanced and increased the effectiveness of all the Protandim. Like it was like doubling it in 24 hours, right? So now we're marketing them all together, getting patents on this together. It's called a Protandim Trisynergizer. It's the way a lot of people start their activation experience with these two Pro Tandem. Now we have other unique products like an Omega. There's lots of Omegas out there that have yicky fish burps. Ours is boat to bottle in 6 hours. So it's so pristine. I'll even suck the oil out. It's really, really good. Supports your immune system, supports the outside of the cell, which is so important. You want to keep bad stuff out and good stuff in. And then we're also focusing very much on the gut as a company, because our gut is like the second brain. I don't know if you know that, but probiotics, we have a product called ProBio. Lots of people take probiotics. They have no clue it's doing anything. Ours is unique. And that's because we took an immune booster and coupled it with the good bacteria. And then we triple wrapped it in something called BioTrack. And what that does is it allows that good bacteria to survive the stomach acid and then get time released all the way through the intestines. That's important. It's important because most of the time when you take a probiotic, you have no clue it's doing nothing. It's doing anything, sorry, because it's not doing anything. It's not getting there. The stomach acid kills off all the good bacteria. But with Lifevantage, with our ProBio, it gets there. And you have some great experiences with our probiotic. We also have a prebiotic that's like fertilizer or nourishment for the probiotic. We also have a way to address weight management with a whey protein that tastes good, and a fat burner that's citrus based that targets that fat around the middle, that visceral fat. We also have a way to activate the brain. Turns out there are a few people out there with some brain fog right now, feeling a little down. Well, what we found, and everything we do is based on science, is that when you activate your brain with this product called Axio, it's flipping switches and you feel happier. You get an elevation in your mood. You're more focused and your cognitive function increases. And what's so cool is what we could see in our studies, the cognitive function is it increases cumulatively over time. So the more you keep drinking in this, and we have it in decaf, and we also have it caffeinated with green tea. So no sugar. It's super amazing. It tastes so good. I'm drinking it right now. Okay, so I call it my happy juice. We also went into the skincare market, and I'll tell you why. It's because Louisiana State University did studies where these mice were, all of them were exposed, it's published at PubMed. All these mice were exposed to carcinogens, and the mice that were nibbling on the Protandim versus the placebo didn't have the same incidence or spreading of the skin cancer. So Lifevantage thought, wow, lots of people want the anti-aging. They want to fight free radicals from the outside. And we took the products, the ingredients that were in Protandim, put it into a 4-part regimen that's super, super anti-aging and very clean. Why do I bring that up? Because anything you put on your skin's your largest organ, it's going to go through your organs. You want to be mindful. There's an app called Think Dirty, and our products are zeros, ones, and twos. All of our products are very, very clean. You're not putting chemicals on your body. It's all really, really good. And it's something that you can see very quickly. Okay. Now we didn't stop at the face. We actually went up to the scalp, which I'm so excited about. So a lot of people, turns out, really do care about having a healthy scalp, having very nice hair, and our True Science hair care system works together best. Okay, so you've got a shampoo, a conditioner, and a scalp serum with a pointy tip on the serum that you can actually put right on your scalp, and that enhances the appearance of fullness in your hair. Now, I don't want to just tell you, I want to show you some pictures just to give you an idea, because a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? This is my friend's husband, and this is my son's hairdresser. How crazy is this, right? The beginning 4 weeks and 6 months. This is significant, right? Your scalp, our body's amazing. Our bodies are made to do what they're supposed to do. When we activate it, it really empowers. Now we went into the last market here is for pets. People are giving Protandim to their dog. We did the research with canines, and we developed a pet treat that activates the NRF2 pathway called Pet Tandem. Plus we added specific ingredients specifically for dogs. So I gotta tell you, this is a game changer. There is no other NRF2 activator on the market for pets. And I don't know, I work with animals. I can just tell you, it's like, we love our pets. We will take our pets to the vet before we even take ourselves to the doctor. So let's talk about timing, because I think there's so many great products that have come to market. There are amazing businesses out there, but timing is everything in business. You could have a great product, but you're late to the ball game. I got good news. We're still early to the ball game. I found out about this business opportunity 8.5 years ago, and still like no one knows about this. It's crazy. No one knows about nutrigenomics. They're finding out more and more, but I got to tell you, we're still pioneers. We're still telling the story to people, like a lot of people, for the first time. That's a good thing, right? There was a time, I'm talking to you through an Apple computer right now, when Steve Jobs was in his garage and he had a computer. We knew nothing about it. And when would you have wanted to invest in Apple computers? When he was there in the garage or today? We are early to the ball game. We're like in the garage. Lifevantage is in the garage. And we have a unique opportunity because most of our business, honestly, is made up of consumers of the product. People that love the product, they buy it directly from the company, it gets shipped directly to their house, and they go on a subscription. They get it month after month. They don't start lowering their oxidative stress. They don't want to stop giving pet tan to their dog or drinking Axio to have some energy and focus. They don't want to stop. And so that's great. But to be a $1 billion company, like we know we're moving towards, we're looking for consumers of the product that want to open up their heart, open up their mouth, and start talking about it. Because there was a time when we never even heard about Google or Crocs shoes. But then you reach this point of momentum after you hit the point of popularity where everyone's talking about it. That's where we're looking to go. That's where the opportunity is potentially for you. And we get paid very substantially for spreading that network of consumers, of business owners that are going to build and retain a network of consumers and business owners. Well, I'm not going to get into how we get paid all the different ways. I'm just going to say there's a leveraged component to how we get paid, and there's a linear component to how we get paid. And what I mean by that is most of us today get paid in a very linear way, where we're trading houses or hours or clients or patients for dollars. And there's a limit to that. But in this business, we make money 6 different ways, even more than that. But 3 of those ways are linear, where you kind of expand the network with a new consumer or business partner and get an immediate thank you within a week. I love that there's great money up front. But then there's also leveraged income, because we're all building, well, we're not all building part-time, but I would say at least 80% of us are building very part-time in the nooks and crannies of our life. Some of us are building very full-time. It's not a traditional business. There's leverage so that everybody works in synergy together. When you're working with a team, it's like you just put in the time and then everybody is working. But I want to just say this. I don't mean to insinuate that this is not a real business or this is not hard work. It is. It's network marketing. And I would never tell you this is a pyramid scheme or a get rich quick thing or anything. This is a legitimate business. Lifevantage was a biotech company that should have never become network marketing. And the beautiful part about it is that Lifevantage handles so many traditional components and aspects of being in business. I love that. They're handling all the legal, they're handling the marketing, they're making incredible videos, beautiful websites. They're constantly updating the website. They're dealing with the raw materials procurement, making sure that, that quality is there. I don't have to worry about that. I'm just tapping into a very simple system, which now, by the way, we have a Lifevantage app, could build the whole business from our phone. How amazing is that? With artificial intelligence coming. I don't know of anyone else in the industry that has anything like this. Literally a way to track all my prospects. It's basically everyone that I'm in communication with, even with the people in my network. So I want to tell you, and I'm going to show you the real money in a second. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. My background is corporate America. I love what I do. I help launch the cell phone industry. And in some ways, it reminds me of what we are building here in Lifevantage, because there was a time when people were, and I'm a little bit older. There was a time when people didn't really know that you could make a phone call from your car, right? I used to show them how you could make one in the briefcase and their eyeballs would pop open. And it's that same feeling I get today when I get to share the fact that we could actually activate our genes, like activate our body instead of just taking a supplement and putting it in our tummy. It's a breakthrough, right? Well, I loved corporate America. But what I didn't love is I didn't love having to ask off for vacation. I didn't love having to leave my beach chair and come back to work. And when I married a guy who was an amazing provider, I didn't have to. So I started doing my holistic healing work, helping people, animals. I was building another business. Life was really good until we had an unexpected financial loss. I never thought I'd have to worry about money. And then all of a sudden, I found myself just trying to figure out how I was going to put food on the table, how we were going to keep our kids in private school. Like they had specific needs and they needed to be in private school. And it was really tough. Um, I didn't want to go back and get a full-time job. I'm not saying that Lifevantage is a replacement for anybody, but for me, I just didn't want to miss being a mom. I wanted to be there with my kids. I wanted to be there at their recitals. I wanted to be there at the volleyball games. I grew up with a mom who wasn't there. And so I basically went to my husband, went to my kids. I said, Mommy found something that's really blowing my mind. And if I put my head down for the next 3 to 5 years, this could change our life forever. And I'm going to tell you, it has. It has changed our life. I didn't really, when I started my business, what's beautiful is you can make it to the tippy top of the company with the way our compensation plan is with 5 business partners. You can make it almost to the tippy top with 3 business partners. And that really stood out to me because I didn't feel pressured to have to go out and get people. I was very selective about who I approached to partner up with me on this venture. And I basically just called up a few people I really respected and said, I stumbled across an amazing business opportunity, really excited about it. And I was in the process of launching my business at the time and lining up partners and asked if they'd be open to taking a look at doing something with me. I connected them into this very simple system. This is one way that our system works. We're showing you right now. And those people, I'm working with about 5 people, I started teaching them that very simple system. And people started having amazing experiences with the product, and they were sharing with other people who shared with other people. And today it's 50,000, over 50,000 people in my network. I didn't know all those people, but I knew a few people who knew a few people who knew a few people. And in the meantime, I get to hear amazing stories about how people's lives are changed and how they are supported by these products. So I want to share with you. I want to share with you the real money because we are a publicly traded company and we make our real earnings public. This is our company's website. The person who invited you here, I'm trying to find it. Oh no, you probably can see it and I can't see it. This has happened to me before. You don't need to be a technological wizard to be able to build this business. This, by the way, is our website. This is a new product that is coming. It's coming very soon. So I'm very excited. Maybe by the time you see the recording of this, if you're not watching this live, it's already going to be out. But I don't know many people that are not very concerned with their immune system right now and supporting their immune system. I love that. Of course, we're doing it through the gut with our prebiotic and our probiotic because over 70% of our immune system is located in our gut. You know, our gut is actually making us feel happy because that's where we make more serotonin, right? But this is like another piece where we've got a postbiotic in here and 5 to thrive, 5 ingredients like zinc and vitamin C and D and elderberry that actually can support our immune system. So I'm just going back to the money here. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, showing you this so that you know where to find this information yourself when you go to the website of the person who invited you here. I'm going to resources. There's a lot of information under resources. So I encourage you to go and look around. And on the top left is where it says average annual earnings disclosure. I love showing people where to go and get the information. This is real. These are real numbers. These are from 2020. These were just published. But what you can see on the left is that there are over 10 different distributor ranks in the business. The way you move up in rank is based on the total numbers of like the amount of product being purchased in your organization. As that goes up, and that's infinitely deep, people share with people, share with people, share with people, everything that's being purchased, there's no limit to it. It rolls up to you and it helps you roll up in rank. This first column here is showing you all the commission dollars that are paid out into which ranks those dollars are being distributed. So you can see there's actually a lot of money going in these middle ranks, okay? That's important because if it's just the people at the top making money, that's not a good thing. That's what happens a lot of times in corporate America, right? But here you can see the average monthly commission at every given rank. Even this Pro 3 rank here, the average income is about $581 a month. That's substantial for a lot of people. That could be groceries, that could be keeping you from filing bankruptcy, could be car payment or a couple car payments. That is a lot of money for a lot of people. Maybe it would keep somebody from having to work a second job. So I love not assuming what it is that you want. Okay. I don't know what you want, but maybe Lifevantage could be a platform for what you want. Maybe you just want to make a little extra money. Maybe you want to take these products and you want to share with a few people to create income that would cover the cost of your products. But maybe you're like me, where we had lost so much money that, like it was $70,000 a year just to keep our kids in private school. And I didn't know how I was going to send them to college 8.5 years ago. Today, they're in college, right? They don't have any student loans. My husband was able to walk away from the job that he had been working and start building a business from home. So we get to be together, which is really, really nice. And I'm a pro 9 in the business now. So we just started. That's why I got to tell you guys. I want to tell you, look here, there's full-time income, there's part-time income, there's big time income. I was looking to create a legacy that I could will to my children and give to my grandchildren that I don't even know yet one day. I don't know where you are, but just know that it's not like a traditional business where you're trading hours for dollars. We work together as a team, and you get training and support and a lot of love that I certainly have never found anywhere else, including my own family of origin and my life. The people in Lifevantage are beautiful. I want to wrap it up now and tell, basically, let's bring it in. You're falling into one of three categories. The person who invited you here probably wants to know which category you're falling into. Number one category would be, this is really interesting. I want to research this some more. Just know that if you type in Google, Lifevantage, Pro Tandem, there's a lot of bloggers and advertisers out there that do keyword search optimization, that when you type that in, you're going to go to their blogs, and all they want you to do is click on their fancy website names, because every time you do, number one, you raise their Google ranking. Number two, they get paid per click from Google. They make thousands of dollars a day from all the search engine optimization that they do. So I recommend, I'm giving you a big tip here, using Google Scholar as a search engine. That's scholar.google.com. It'll filter out the bloggers and advertisers, get you right to the facts. Also, the website that we were just on, you can go to shop, click on every single product, and there's complete transparency here. You can see all the ingredients, the active ingredients, the inactive ingredients, links to science, patents. There's like everything is here for you. So go to the website. And then category two. Category two is, for me, the next step would be to become a consumer of the products. Like maybe you're thinking, I want my family to start using these products. I want to use that shampoo and conditioner and serum. I want to tell my friends about it. That's a good, category two is a great thing, because the nice thing is that as a subscriber, you can purchase the products for the exact same price that distributors get the product for. I love that. I love that you don't have to become a business owner just to get a discount. You can get the discount as a subscriber. And by the way, it's like Amazon Prime. You get, if you're a subscriber with any amount on your subscription, you get free shipping included in every order. You can order as many times as you want during the month. Okay, so get back to the person who invited you and ask them about the stacks, because there's specific ways that you can order the products where they bundle together and you can save some money. And also you become, once you're a subscriber, you can be giving discounts to your friends and family. And then you'll in turn get discounts on your own order in the following month. So that's a friends and family program. Make sure to ask about that. Last but not least, we have the those that might be interested in joining with us, and as a business partner. You come in, you purchase a distributor kit with a product package, and there's 3 different packages: platinum, gold, and silver. I'm not going to get into all the details, but I am going to tell you that even you can only get this once. Like, for example, the highest investment is the platinum package. It's $1,250, and it gives you a lot of product. It gives you every product that we have, every flavor of Axio. Personally, I love coming in as platinum because a couple of reasons. One, you're gonna be authentic. Everything, you're gonna know what everything's like yourself. We tend to want to be talking about and sharing the things that we really love. So you're gonna know that yourself. And two, the people that you invite to partner up with you in the business, they're gonna generally do what you do. They're going to say, well, how did you start? You're going to be like, I wanted everything, right? So I started with platinum, because the company gives you about $400 free product when you start with platinum. And when you download the Lifevantage app and you are a platinum distributor, you also go on a lead rotation to receive customers assigned to you. So you're using the app, you're getting assigned customers, you go on the lead rotation list. So you're eligible for that in the first 60 days of your business. There's also a gold package at 650. Doesn't give you every product, but it gives you a lot of product. And gold and silver come with a ticket to a whole company event. The next one's coming up very soon. So make sure to get to with the person who invited you here to find out about that. And then we have silver, which is $350. It's not a lot of product, but you know what? You can come in, you can get yourself activated, and you can start earning the same money that you can on any pack. We have 3 for a reason, because there's one that's right for you. It's also a perfect pack if you're thinking, I'm not going to be a big builder, but I want to use the product and I want to expand the network. I want to share with my friends and my family, and I'd like to be compensated for it. So that's the one you want to look at. You can customize, you can add extra product to any of the packs. It's fabulous. I want to wrap this up. Just want to say thank you so much for your time. You could be anywhere. You chose to be with us exploring this opportunity this evening. If you're like me, I was kind of like, before we had our financial loss, I was fine. Like, I was good. And so many of us are. We have dreams in our life, and someone asks us, how you doing? I'm okay. I'm good. I'm fine. Maybe you don't just have to be fine. Maybe like you're worthy of your dreams coming true. Some of us just get stuck in a rut and we forget that we actually can manifest anything we want in our life. We can have and be and do anything. Maybe, just maybe, this is the platform you've been praying for, that you've been asking for. Maybe not. It's not for everybody, but if it's for you, I hope we can continue the conversation. I hope we get to speak live and continue to explore more details and see if we might have a good match here. Again, thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful night. Be safe and have some fun out there. Marci Steiner signing off. Have a great one.